Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita session. So we'll start with the prayers. We'll meditate on the holy name of the Lord. We can do it together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानार्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथस्वामिति नाम्ने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिति नाम्ने। नामस्ते सरस्वती देवं गुरुवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषणादिपाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद सद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhagavad Gita session. So we are in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This is the last chapter in Bhagavad Gita, and we are towards the end of this section. We completed up to 48 verses. Today we'll see from 49 to almost 63. And last tomorrow, next session, next Wednesday will be our last session. So we'll cover more important confidential details. Krishna speaks there in the next class. So this chapter is titled Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Sannyasa is renunciation. Moksha is liberation. In this chapter, Krishna teaches us the real renunciation. The real renunciation by which one can attain liberation, moksha. What is moksha? Moksha is moksha is breaking this repeated cycle of birth and death. A soul comes into this material existence, go through these repeated cycles of birth and death again and again, many, many lifetimes, many, many species. So moksha is where soul ends these cycles of birth and death, and soul attains the ultimate abode of Supreme Lord that is beyond this material realm. Okay, so real renunciation here. Renunciation, usually we think like we have to renounce the world, we have to give up the world. What Krishna is teaching here is you don't have to give up the world. Give up the attachment towards the world. Give up the attachment towards your duties and results of your actions. You don't have to give up the world. Be in this world, be untouched by this world. That way, if you can work like that, then you can attain liberation easily. You can break from this. You can free yourselves from this all the problems of your life. So in this chapter, it starts with a question from Arjuna. Arjuna asks a question: can you explain me what is renunciation? What is tyaga? Tyaga means give up. Sannyasa tyaga. He wants to know that again. So that's when Krishna teaches renunciation is not just about renouncing the world. It's about renouncing this attachment towards the thing. So our all our life is like, we are so much attached to many things. This is mine. I can't live without this. Right? This is my world. Right? Our mindset is in I and my consciousness. Ahankara mamakara. In Sanskrit, it's called ahankara mamakara. I and my consciousness. The Krishna is saying, give up. Don't try. Continue doing your duty, but give up the attachment towards your actions. Don't get too much attached to your job or anything in this world. Hmm? And at the same time, don't get attached to the results of your actions, your success, failure. Be neutral in your actions. So such a person is called a true sannyasi, a true renunciate, not just the person who goes to the forest. Okay, that's the important message in this verse, in this first few verses. And Krishna also says that, one may say, yeah, Krishna, it's easy to say. You're saying easy to, you're saying give up attachment to our actions and give up the attachment to the results of your actions. Be neutral to success or failure. It's easier to say than follow, right? Now, how can I do that? Krishna is saying, you need to understand, in all your actions, you're not the only one to do the actions. There are five factors that motivate you, that enable you to do action. What are the five factors? That is the body, the physical body. Huh? Is wonderful, this human body, right? And senses, body, senses, and the soul, hmm? Soul, and our past life impressions, whatever we have been carrying from past life, or past life impressions, or gunas, more of goodness, passion, ignorance, our karma, right? And the God is the one who enables us to function with all these facilities. Hmm? So that means Krishna is saying here, this: don't claim doership of or ownership of your actions. Don't think this has happened because of me. Right? There is a divine interplay also. Don't just claim doership of your actions. Okay. And Arjuna would ask here again. So Krishna, yes, but many people in this world I see work differently. Everybody mindset is different. Everybody action is different. Why is that? It's because of the three modes, influence of three modes. What are those? Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Satvaguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. These are the three modes that influence the soul. We have covered this in the chapter number 16, 17, and 18. Right? 14, from 14 onwards, 14, 16, 17, 18, we have elaborately discussed these three gunas, the three modes that influence the soul, that propels the soul to function. Hmm? Krishna says, a person in the mode of goodness, what is the knowledge he tries to strive? He sees no difference. He sees everybody to be equal. He doesn't never discriminate people or anything in this world. A person in the mode of passion is always discriminative. A person is in the mode of goodness, he totally misunderstands and sees things differently. About actions he do, a person in the mode of action, how he acts, a person in the mode of goodness, how he acts, he does the work without attachment, without claiming to worship. For the service of the Lord, he does his duties. And he is neutral to success or failure. A person in the mode of passion, he thinks himself the doer, and all his actions are desire motivated. I do this, I get something out of it. Desire driven actions. He's too carried away by his emotions. A person in the mode of ignorance, how he acts, Hmm? He's always lazy, tired, doesn't not even focus, unattentive. So that's how he acts in this world. And Krishna gives many, many examples that determine intelligence, determination, happiness in three modes. Like we can see this example, determination in three modes. A person in the mode of goodness, he is determined to purify his mind, purify his consciousness, attain spirituality. And a person in the mode of passion, he's determined to enjoy through senses and spending his more time to our light. A person in the mode of ignorance is very much determined to sleep and doing all abominable things. So it varies according to the mind, according to the mode we are in. Another thing, Krishna talks about happiness. We all derive happiness, right? A person in the mode of goodness derive happiness from within. by spirituality, by chanting holy name of the Lord and do spiritual activities. Right? That's his happiness. A person in the mode of passion, his happiness is from external things, from a nice jewelry or sari or wonderful beautiful things. His happiness depends on things. His happiness depends on things. There's a mode of passion. Hmm. A person in the mode of goodness, ignorance, his happiness is from pramada nidra pramada alasya. His happiness is from sleeping for hours and hours and hours. and and he's also uh, he procrastinates and delays things, and he gets a great joy and doing those things, all abominable things, right? uh, Bad things and abominable things, and that's where he derives happiness. So happiness is same, but the way he derives the happiness is different according to the mode he's in. Right? So Krishna is saying that all living beings, name it, any living being, everybody is influenced by these three modes. Okay, so and Krishna further says that in all our duties, our actions are classified according to the mode we are in. I mean, the job profile we choose is based on the mode we are in. If you are in the intellectual class, intellect, there are four varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Okay, there are four job profiles: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. A person in the mode of goodness, he chooses like in the Brahmana, like he lives a clean life, happy life, and he's more towards educating and helping, advising. It's you can see in this picture. This picture explains everything. Right? A person in the mode of passion, he's more towards goodness and passion. More goodness and passion is more towards like a soldier, police officer, right? He's protecting the nation, other people. Some people are like business class. They just do administration, trading, business. You know, that kind of mentality mindset. That is because of mode of all these three modes. According to their mode, they choose a job profile. Some people, they just work for others. They just work for others, right? They're not towards administration, not towards mercantile or business. Right? They just work for others. Right? So everybody is different. Krishna makes important point here. What are the job profile you are? You're doing a job according to your nature. Continue doing the job. You don't have to change, switch your job profiles. Huh? Being in any job profile you have, you can attain spiritual perfection. Whether you are intellectual class or administrative class or business class or labor class, any class, you can attain spiritual perfection just by sincerely doing your duty. That's a beauty here, Krishna says. And for Krishna further talks about how our actions lead to perfection. We'll see that from 1450 to 66. Okay, so you can see in this picture, this is the evolution of consciousness. This is a subject matter in entire Bhagavad Gita Krishna talks about. Okay, so I know it doesn't sound good, but I'll go from the bottom. So one is like unregulated life, unregulated sense gratification. You can see all the animal species. They don't have any rules and regulations of life. uh, it's called animalistic life. Animalistic life. They don't have any rules and regulations. They eat whatever they want. They sleep wherever they want. It's called animalistic life. We can see some humans also like that. Live an animalistic life. Don't follow any rules and regulations. They live a life whimsically. यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं परम न परमां गतिं. They whimsically they live, and no rules and regulations in their life. Animalistic life, right? And later comes above that, this is level 0. Level 1 is karma kanda, regulated life. If he needs to fulfill the desire, he follows certain rules and regulations and earns money and fulfills the desire. Example, in the animalistic life, he doesn't follow any rules and regulations. If he needs to fulfill a desire, like if he want a food, he kills people, steal money or whatever it is, and he fulfills his desire, right? Unregulated sense gratification. And above that, regulated sense gratification, where if he wants to fulfill the desire, he does it in a dharmic way, in a righteous way. He lives in a righteous way, follows the certain rules and regulations of life, and fulfills the desires. Okay. whether any desire, anything here in this world, right? Earning, doing a job righteously, earning money righteously, and fulfilling the desires in a righteous way. uh, that is called regulated sense gratification. Mm. Where our mindset is mostly towards I and mind, I and my consciousness. I am doing this, I get something out of it, I enjoy. That's what live in I and my zone, right? Selfish zone, right? There's nothing wrong in that. So better than adharmic life, living a dharmic life or righteous life is better. And that is level two, level one, level zero, level one. Level two, Krishna says, go beyond it. Go beyond it. Be a karma yogi. Do your actions, selfless actions. Okay? In all your duties, be selfless. Okay? Not just doing for something, gaining out of it, not just getting attached to your duties. uh, why am I singing? Because everybody appreciates me. Why am I doing this work? Because everybody appreciates me. So that's a mindset in level 2, level 1, right? You're doing a dharmic duties, but you have something in expectation or some glorification, right? Beyond that, a selfless work. He does it just for the sake of doing it to please the Lord. Krishna is teaching the central Bhagavad Gita to elevate our consciousness to the upper level where our life is selfless. We do all your duties, doing a job for money, or taking care of family, children, all our duties to selflessly for the pleasure of the Lord with a goal in mind. Why am I doing this? To attain the Supreme Lord. That's it. Krishna is saying, make that as a goal and do all your duties. Your life will be joyful. All your duties you can happily do. That is a mindset we need to cultivate. Our mind goes, level two, level zero, but we need to cultivate that mindset and live a selfless life. Do all your duties for the pleasure of Krishna, to satisfy Krishna, to please Krishna, to have a goal with a goal that I do all my duties to attain liberation, to moksha, to attain the Supreme Lord. With that goal in mindset, Krishna is saying, if you do your duties, then life will be a joy. And you attain gnana, knowledge that you are not this body, your soul. And you have two options. Either you can sit and meditate. It takes months, years, lifetimes to attain perfection, or you can attain practice bhakti yoga. Even the dhyana yoga, who is sitting and meditating, in previous ages, people used to have good control of mind and senses. This was an option. They can sit and meditate for longer time. They can realize. Sixth chapter itself, Krishna spoke about this one. They can realize their own self, and later they'll realize that there is also a absolute truth whom you need to meditate upon. There is a later stage. Hmm. So Krishna throughout Bhagavad Gita goes in a incremental way. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, right? And after 12th chapter, he shifts it. After seventh chapter, after seventh chapter, Krishna shift the focus towards God only. Right? Now don't worry about incrementally you are growing. Just practice bhakti yoga itself. The practice of devotional service or bhakti yoga in itself is good enough to elevate you all. Elevate. That's what Krishna says. So in short, you can climb the mountain by yourself step by step, or or take an elevator, just reach the highest stage. So that's the practice of bhakti yoga. The practice of bhakti yoga is so glorious. uh, anyone anytime in any place, they can take the practice of bhakti yoga and attain perfection. Because in any practices, the ultimate goal is devotional service, the bhakti. Ultimate goal is the bhakti. Even the dhyana yogi who is sitting and meditating, who is attaining self-realization, he also has to experience the God. Only then he attains liberation. Otherwise, there is no liberation. There is no liberation period. Right? So that's the thing. So Krishna says, don't worry about incrementally climbing your steps. Just take an elevator. That is practice of devotional service that will uh, fetch you the ultimate perfection of life. That is moksha. So in set of this is a context for set of verses. Krishna teaches this one and also this one because Krishna is summarizing in the 18th chapter everything. So in short, is our love towards the God pure and selfless? May not be, right. So most of the time we are, or all our actions are selfish actions. Like, why I eat good food? Because I get pleasure out of it. But when our love towards the God is pure, then God or actions. I'm eating food because like this is a remnants of Lord. This is a food which is offered to the Lord. Krishna had enjoyed it. That's why I'm eating it. That my experience, my joy is because Krishna had eaten it. That is like a selfless love. Selfless love. So one can attain that stage by practice of devotional service. We may be selfish in the beginning, but that slowly, when we practice devotional services, fix our mind onto Krishna, bring divinity in our mind, and do all our actions. Any action we do, eating, sleeping, or working, any action, if we spiritualize our actions, slowly our love towards the God transforms to the pure love. That fetches us the moksha. Okay, we are at 7. I think we are just 30 minutes. I think we can cover this. Let's see. So text number 49 to 55. Anyone want to read?
I
One
can
who,
try.
Okay,
sure,
okay.
sure.
Um, text 49. Is it text 49 that you mean?
Yeah, all three. Miraji.
Okay. One who is self-controlled and unattached and who disregards all material enjoyment can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest perfect stage of freedom from reaction. Text 50, O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has achieved this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in the way I shall now summarize. Text 51 to 53. Being purified by his intelligence and controlling the mind with determination, giving up the objects of sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred, one who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in a trance and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship, and peaceful, such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self realization.
Thank you, Miraji. So in this set of verses, Krishna reiterates again what he has spoken in previous chapters, right? And here starts with Nishkarmya Siddhi. Siddhi means perfection. Nishkarmya, right? That is renunciation, giving up. Krishna is saying when you practice this so-called Karma Yoga, or the way Krishna is teaching, like you work in Krishna consciousness for the pleasure of Krishna, right? So when you work like that, you'll be attached, you'll be unattached, will be unattached. And again, it's very important point Krishna says, but you also need to work on certain things, like disregard all material enjoyments. So as I said, Krishna is talking about this stage where Krishna is driving us towards a path one. This, I think, like this is an option one. There are two options, option one and option two. This is option one, where a yogi, a karma yogi, who doing all his duties, but he's detached, is not attached to the actions or not attached to the results, is doing all his duties. But such a person cannot also attain perfection. Hmm? But provided he has to do some things, right? Krishna gives a list here, 51 to 53. huh? That is, he has to control the mind, determination, give up this object of sense gratification, free from hatred, attachments, hmm? And he has to live in a secluded place, who eats little, and so many things. He has to control his speech, hmm? And free from anger, pride, lust, many things. He is giving a big list. Practically, this is possible for us, and this is not possible for us. But Krishna is saying, this is a picture you can see here, right? Krishna is going incremental way here. Krishna is teaching, because 18th chapter Krishna is summarizing that again, that to attain this stage, the path of dhyana meditation, one can experience that. Even for us to sit and meditate, we need to have this we need to be detached from material things. Only then we can do that. Otherwise it's not even possible. Hmm? When we practice what Krishna is saying here, this is option one, by the way. This is option, not option two. Okay, this is option one. By the option one, one can attain this Brahma Bhuta stage, right? Brahma Bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kangshati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. Translation: one who is thus transcendentally situated at once realizes the supreme Brahma and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. So we can see here Krishna slowly elevating, right? So you have to start with selfless action, mm, and take up some practices to control mind, sense, eating less, and all those things. uh, uh, Give up your false pride and many things, anger, many things, and slowly, if a person sits and meditates on the Supreme Lord, he can experience the Supreme Lord eventually. Right? So in the beginning, he'll experience like peace of mind, and he can experience the Brahman, the absolute truth. Mm. If a soul experiences absolute truth, or self-realization, when the soul experiences self-realization, what is his state of mind is given here. Uh, he never laments or not desires to have anything, and he's equally disposed to everyone. Right? He's seeing equally everybody. He's seeing the presence of soul in everybody. Mm, and that stage, that is the final stage. Krishna is saying that that person who is practicing this meditative practices will also experience the Lord. This is optional. That means you're climbing the ladder to reach the goal. The goal is God. Right? Sitting and meditating quietly, that person eventually attains self-realization. After self-realization, he attains God realization. Okay, so this is a stage of self-realization, 54. Hmm? And after self-realization, that person also attains God realization. Hmm? Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gnata vishate dadanantaram. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full conscious of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Hmm? So we can see here set of verses. Krishna is saying here, even the yogi who is practicing these meditative practices, he will eventually attain experience the God. He will eventually experience the God, and he's in the undisturbed state of mind, and and um, and the final perfection is bhakti, devotion unto the Lord. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Abhijanati means God can be known only by devotion only. By devotion only. Tato mam tattvata gnato vishate tataram. After attaining that God relation only, vishate tadanantaram. That means he'll break free from the cycles of birth and death, and he'll attain the Supreme Lord. To attain the spiritual world, the prerequisite is bhakti, devotion, devotion. Right? So that is the ultimate goal. Hmm? So, do we want to you want to climb the mountain and do these hard, strenuous practices to attain the ultimate goal? If someone wants to, some people like roller coaster rides, right? Because they want to experience the fun there, but it's not really fun. Our life is limited. We live for only 100 years, 80 years, and to attain all this, what Krishna is teaching here, all these practices is little hard. That's why Srila Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON, he also says that a devotee who is practicing devotional services can experience all these just by the practice of devotional services. It doesn't need to be um, straining his body, mind, and senses. He just dovetail his body, mind, and senses by the practice of devotion only. One can attain the ultimate perfection, right? So you don't need to climb the mountain, right, to attain the ultimate stage. Uh, just take elevator. That elevator is devotion. Just directly, anyone can practice a path of devotional services. But one can attain ultimate perfection. Okay, so in this Krishna teaches another beautiful verses here. I'll read it. These are very nice. uh, te- Text 656 to 66, pure bhakti, that is acting in Krishna consciousness. सर्वकर्मा सर्वकर्माणि अपि सदा कुर्वाणो मद व्यापाश्रयः मत्प्रसादात् अवाप्नोति शाश्वतं पदम् अव्ययम् चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः बुद्धियोगमुपश्रित्य मच्चित्ता सततं भव मच्चित्ता सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि अथ चेत् त्वम् अहङ्कारं न सृष्यसि विनक्ष्यसि. Okay. Now Krishna is teaching the option two. Option two where, right? This option two where you don't have to climb the ladder, climb the mountain by yourself. Be devoted to me. When you're devoted to me, you can attain the ultimate perfection. Provided you got to do certain things. What is it? Sarva karmani api sada. In all your duties, all your activities, hmm, be in conscious of me. Be in conscious of me. Mat prasadadavapnoti shashvatam padam avyayam. Shashvatam padam avyayam. Shashvata means eternal. Shashvata, eternal padam avyayam. That is eternal, imperishable, the place we can attain. That is the abode of Supreme Lord one can attain. How? By the practice of devotional service. My hmm, the prerequisite is devotion only. Hmm? So Krishna is saying one might ask this question, Krishna, if I need to practice devotion, should I renounce? That's the first thing that comes to our mind. I have so many duties in my whole life. I'm in 9 to 9 p.m. I'm working. So many responsibilities. To practice devotion unto you, to attain the ultimate stage, the final stage. Do I need to renounce the world? Do I need to renounce my family members? Should I not focus on my family members and all my duties? Krishna is saying, spiritualize your duties, spiritualize your actions. Right? This is subject matter in many verses Krishna spoke in previous chapters also. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasa matparaha. Chetasa sarva karmani. In all your actions, in all your duties, mayi sanyasa matparaha. All do everything. Offer it to me. For my pleasure you do. Don't derive the pleasure of your actions and claim it to yourself. Offer it to me, and for my pleasure you do. If you can do that, hmm, but you need to use your buddhi. Buddhi means intelligence. With your intelligence, with have a proper mindset, if you can dedicate your actions for me, hmm, much and machita satatam bhava. Machitta means fix your mind on me. Fixate your mind on me. Satatam, always. Always. So what Krishna is saying is always be in Krishna consciousness. Always in Krishna consciousness. In all your duties and all your actions. Always be in Krishna consciousness. Uh, Make him as a goal and do your duties. If you make him as a goal and do your duties, then it is easy. Can practice it, or selfish actions become selfless actions. Our love towards the Lord naturally sprout, and we can experience a God. We can experience a God. Hmm? And if I do like that, what you do, Krishna, I can be fully dedicate my life. I can be God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. I can do that. Offer my actions to you. Offer my results to you. I can do that. What you will do from your side? What you will do from your side? Krishna is giving beautiful verse. Machitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishati. Achatsetvam ahankara na shoshati vinakshati. So if you listen to me, my words, what I say, if you follow these practices, I will help you. Mat prasadat tarishasi. I will empower you. I'll help you. I'm the one who is sitting in your heart. I'll help you. I'll make you to do God consciousness duties, Krishna consciousness duties. Uh, don't think it's your own strength you can attain me. I'll help you. Krishna is giving assurance here. Assurance. I'll help you. I'll empower you. What are the things you need? I'll give you. If you have any obstacles in the path of devotional service, Sarva Durgani. Durgani means like obstacles. Hmm? Yeah, or if you have any obstacles in practicing devotional services, meditating on the holy name of the Lord and chanting the holy name of the Lord, practicing devotional services, in all your duties, Krishna says, do it for me. Krishna says, if you have trouble with that, I will remove the trouble. Be devoted to me. What Krishna is saying, be devoted to me. Always in conscious of me. I will solve your problems. If you have any problems, I will solve. That becomes my problem. I will solve your problems. Krishna also gives a similar assurance in previous chapters, in ninth chapter also, hmm, that I preserve what you have. I preserve what you have, and I amplify what you lack. If you lack something, I'll give more. And if you I preserve Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. That's called Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Yogakshema, your yoga, and Kshema, that is my problem, my responsibility. Vahamyaham. Vahamyaham is my responsibility. To take care of you is my responsibility. Just like, we say, like, our children, my kids, you be with me, you follow my guidelines, you follow my instructions, I'll take care of you. If you need food, I'll give you. If you need education, I'll supply you. So, if this is what we do, right? As a parent, as a loving parent, if my child is abiding to me and fully devoted to me and fully dependent on me, it becomes the father's responsibility or mother's responsibility to provide her whatever they want. And and they don't give whatever they want, they'll give whatever they need. They give whatever they need, right? We can't give $1 million to one fifth grade or seventh grade kid, right? Because they don't know the value of it. So Krishna gives, definitely he give, mm, according to our needs, according to our mindset, our consciousness, our karma. Many things factor. It's not like we get everything. But when we surrender unto the Lord, God personally takes the responsibility. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham personally takes the responsibility, and we, if you are making one person progress, 2% progress in spirituality, Krishna is saying, I'll help you to grow. I'll help you to grow, but stay in the path. Stay in the path. Hmm. If you misdirect yourself, that's other thing. This is the second part of this 58 shloka. Acha says from ahankaram nashroshati vinakshati. Ahankaram, out of your ego, out of your ego. If you're not in the path, if you misdirect yourself, not hearing. Nashrosasi means not hearing. If you're not listening to me, if you're not following my guidelines, my rules, and whatever I'm preaching here, if you're not following, you'll be lost. Vinakshasi means you'll be lost. You'll be lost. This is a beautiful, beautiful verse. Krishna is giving assurance that if you follow me, I take the responsibility to elevate you. To elevate you. If you don't follow me, out of your ego, if you don't follow me, you'll be lost. If you don't hear me, you'll be lost. The choice is yours. Krishna is finally giving it to Arjuna. This is all of us. The choice is yours. To attain the Supreme Lord, the path Krishna has spoken is the path of devotional service. Chetasa Sarva Karmani. In all our actions, all our duties, bring divinity in our mind, divinity, and spiritualize our actions, and be devoted to the Lord. Be devoted to the practice of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, right? Hearing about the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord, uh, and serving the Lord in many many ways, doing some volunteering services to the Lord, uh, and going to temple and do some service to the Lord. That helps us to purify our consciousness. So all these activities, when you do this, and then Krishna is saying, you are under my shelter. You will be under my shelter, and it becomes my responsibility to elevate you. And if you don't follow me, then I can't do anything. You'll be lost. There's a 58. And we'll see 59 and 60. They are another beautiful verses. And I'll ask someone to read it if anyone wants to read. Yeah, go ahead.
यत् अहङ्कारम् आश्रित्य न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे मिथ्यैष व्यावसायस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति. If you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you will have to be engaged in warfare. स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय निबद्धः स्वेन कर्मणा कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् करिष्यसि अवसो अपि तत्. Under illusion, you are now declining to act according to my direction. But compelled by the work born of your own nature, you will act all the same, O son of Kunti.
Thank you, Prabhu. So Krishna is saying here is again that under my shelter, you think about me, you spiritualize your actions and be devoted to me. I'll help you, I'll elevate you, you can attain me, my abode. That is imperishable abode, where you don't have to return back and go through these repeated cycles of birth and death. You can attain me, that's it. But if you don't listen to me out of ego, don't take shelter of me out of your ego, then you'll be lost. Right? And Krishna further saying here, um, by your nature, you're going to work in a certain way. Right? So, by your nature, you're going to work in a certain way. Swabhava jana kaunteya. Hmm? Right? If a person is in the mode of goodness, he acts in a certain way. In mode of passion, he acts in a certain way. Mode of ignorance, in a certain way. By his nature, he acts in a certain way. Hmm? And uh, if Arjuna here in we can case Krishna is speaking just to Arjuna here in this case here, that Arjuna is a Kshatriya, is a warrior. His duty is he has to fight, because that's a police officer. He has to fight, take responsibility, and if he leaves the job and goes to forest and renounce, hmm, after going to forest, what he will do? He will try, but his nature, what is his nature? He's a kshatriya, he's a warrior, right? He's a fighter, soldier. He'll open a school and he teach archery to the kids. That's what he do. That's what he become, because that's his grew up like that. He grew up like that. Huh? Taking up something different is hard for him. Taking something different is hard for him. Another example, if we can take a military commander, he has served for 60 years, and later at the time of retirement, 1 or 2 years before retirement, he goes to a school and becomes a teacher, school teacher. Right? That's good, but his impressions are so strong being a military officer, he tries to put all those things in the school, and small kids, make them as little soldiers. Because of his impressions are so strong. That's what Krishna is saying. You're trying to give up the duty. If you're not trying to not follow my instructions, you're not spiritualizing your actions, not following my instructions, but you're gonna end up with what's your nature is. You want to try something different, but that may not be successful. According to your nature, you work better. You continue doing your work, don't change the job profile, continue doing the work, but spiritualize it. This is another beautiful verse, 61 to 63. Krishna says, surrendering unto the Supreme Lord. This is a confidential message. Krishna emphasizes that think about the Supreme Lord again. 61. I'll read this. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtate brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rodhani mayaya. तमेव शरणं गच्छ सर्वभावेन भारत तत्प्रसादात् परं शान्तिं स्थानं प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम् इति ते ज्ञानम् आख्यातं गुह्यात् गुह्यतरं मया विंशद् विंशयथद् अशेषेण यच्छेसति तथा कुरु यच्छेसति तथा कुरु. See, we are towards the end of Bhagavad Gita, right? Krishna is inspiring Arjuna to his duty, but he is again giving a choice. Yache sati tata kuru means, now that I spoken everything, choice is yours. Choice is yours. But we'll go back a little bit. 61, Krishna says, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rudani maya. So connecting to previous, what Krishna says is, according to your nature, you work in a certain way. You work in a certain way. You don't want to fight, but by your nature, you fight. You fight. Better you fight, but spiritualize the duty. Spiritualize the duty. It applies to everybody. What are the job profile we have? Sometimes we get frustrated, irritated. We say, I renounce this world. This world is not for me. Krishna is saying, don't think like that. By your nature, you do take up a job, you do it perfectly, spiritualize the work, and that work itself will help you. When you are devoted you to me, when you spiritualize, like do your actions as a devotion service to me, you will develop love towards me. That love is the one that takes you back to Godhead. That is the point Krishna is stressing that again. But this time he give an example. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. To understand the shloka, we need to understand this example. You can see in this picture that is a carousel. Carousel. Huh? So, I always had a thought like I need to ride on a carousel. I was in India. I didn't had a chance. I don't know for some reason. Maybe I didn't go there. But maybe maybe I rode it when as a kid. I don't remember. But after coming to US, I'm taking my kids to this. My kids used to ask me like, "Hey, Dad, take me to the carousel. I want to sit on this. I want to ride on it." I used to take them, and not just that, I used to sit along with them. Here, there's a good thing in US. Like we also, yeah, adults can also sit there and ride. And also, I think many people do that because it's a fun thing to ride on a carousel. Mm. But thing is, the kids who are sitting on the carousel, they choose a character, the character of a dog or a deer or a horse. Mostly, we'll see horses in the carousel or elephants, elephants or wide variety of animals we can see on the carousel. It depends on the place we go. It's a big, huge carousel, wide varieties of animals. Uh, Sometimes cart also will be there. But the point here is the kids who are sitting on the carousel, they pick a character and sit there. And they think they're riding that. They get a feeling like they're riding that. They're riding that elephant, they're riding the horse, they're riding the dog, they're riding the cat, they're riding the deer. And they're totally absorbed. While the carousel is moving, they feel like, yeah, I'm riding it. I'm riding it. I saw my kid was like, oh, zzz, Dad, look at me, I'm riding so fast. But technically, they're not riding it, they're driven by this carousel electricity. There is a carousel machine that moves because of the so-called electricity. That is the one which is making this entire carousel to function. But in a illusion, the kids who are sitting there, they think that they are riding this carousel. That's what Krishna saying that with this example. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddeshya arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudani maya. I am the one sitting in the heart of every living being. I am the one who is making everybody function by these three modes: mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Everybody is driven by these modes, and because of this, all living entities are functioning. All living entities are functioning. We think we are the one who is doing the duties. Krishna is saying, Not just you, it's because of me. I am the one who is making you function, do your duties." Wow. When you get up from the bed, we brush our teeth and do our duties. Krishna is saying, because of me, I am the one who is making you to function, but you're totally forgetful of me. So there is a nice analogy in Upanishads that is like there are two birds sitting on a tree. One bird is just eating the fruit, and other bird is just watching the bird eating the fruit. I repeat, there are two birds. One bird is just sitting and constantly eating the fruits. Other bird is looking at the other bird and just seeing, waiting for this bird to turn back. Just this bird is so busy with eating the fruits, when this bird will turn back towards me. Hmm? So that is an example given, analogy given that the God is in our heart. He's the one who is making us function. He's the one giving everything to us. But we are forgetful about that Lord. We are not turning back towards Him. When we turn back towards Him, huh, then we know what's our goal, whom to attain, why to attain. So the point Krishna is making is turn towards him. When we turn towards him, when we surrender, tameva sharanam gachaha sarva bhavena bharata. In all your actions, in all your duties, take shelter of me, surrender unto me. Surrender unto me, do your duties. Tameva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata. Sarva bhavena. Always think about me, always meditate on me and take shelter of me. What happens? Tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapshasi shashvatam. Again, Krishna is saying same thing, right? You are not turning towards me, but if you turn towards me, and you surrender unto me, you take Sharanagati, surrender unto me, then you can attain a ultimate place, ultimate destination, supreme abode, sthanam. Shashvatam. Shashvat means eternal place. This bird is eating fruit so busily, but if the bird turns back to other bird, and this other bird could give like unlimited food, unlimited things, water this bird needs, but this bird is not turning back. And what Krishna is saying, like, you being a bird, you turn back towards me, I'll grant you the ultimate destination. Sthanam prapyasi. Shashvatam means ultimate destination. The ultimate destination I will give you. That's my problem. What is your problem? You take shelter of me. You just surrender unto me. Now, after hearing all, after saying all this, Krishna says this 63 verse. Now that I spoke everything, confidential knowledge. This is the most confidential knowledge. If you think about me, you surrender unto me, do your duties, be devoted to me, practice devotional service, then you can attain me. Now that I spoke everything, yateshyasi tata karu. You do what is best for you. Krishna is giving a choice is what is best for you, what you think works best for you, and you do what works for you. I'm giving you a choice. Choose me, choose material world, be in this world, rotate in this world, trapped in this world. It's your choice. Or you surrender unto me, elevate. It's your choice. It's your choice. Okay. And 64 to 66, this is the most confidential message. So far we have seen the confidential message. Krishna says most confidential message. I think to understand this most confidential message, we need to spend most of our time, but we are running out of time. We just have 1 minute. So next session we'll spend more time on this. Sarva gohyatamam bhuya shnume paramam vachaha ishtosme dridham iti tato vakshami te hitam. For your benefit, Krishna is saying, for your benefit I'll teach you, because ishtosme, I love you. Krishna is saying this is just to Arjuna, but it is for all the living beings, everybody. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, loves us. He wants us back. He wants us back. He doesn't want to get trapped in this world. And, that's why I'm teaching you. Shrushtume paramam vacha, the most confidential message I'll teach you. This is the most confident message, because I love you. I want you back. What is that, Krishna? Krishna says, Manmana bhav bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaishasi satyam te pratijami priyosime. Always think about me, always meditate on me. Uh, and Krishna is saying, assurance, I promise. I promise. Again and again, Krishna is saying, I promise you'll attain me. You'll attain me. This is a practice of devotional service bhakti, and these are the 65 66 are the most important slokas. We need to spend most of our time there, so we'll spend that in next session. It's already time up, so I'll stop here. If you have any questions, thoughts, sharings, we can take now. Thank you. I think the 1 hour just went like that. So thank you for joining the session. If you have any questions, you can take now. Hare Krishna.